Hello and welcome to Dommy Tries This. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug says best grandma ever. And this was a Mother's Day gift from my oldest daughter. Isn't it beautiful? It's huge. It's huge. But as I mentioned before, I like big coffee mugs. Today's tea is a mix of the Tazo or Tazo, however it's pronounced, passion, and my favorite stash mint, Moroccan mint. Let's give this a taste. Oh, that's really nice. I like to mix mint with a lot of my citrus type things. I make a cold tea at home that's a mix of green tea, a citrus green tea, and a mint tea that I also mix in some lemon juice. So it's kind of my own personal lemonade tea, and it's very good, and I keep the sugar down, and I like the mint in there. The mint to me is very refreshing, and in this it's the same thing. It has that beautiful berry citrusy taste, but at the back end of it you get that beautiful mint to it. Oh, that is really good. I've been finding some really good teas lately. Alrighty, so today we are supposed to get into our May Boxycharm. I haven't even cut it or anything yet. But first, a couple of things. The first thing I want to say is a belated Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I'm actually filming this before Mother's Day. Like I said, this was a Mother's Day gift from my oldest daughter. But this is going to go up after Mother's Day. So, happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers who watch my channel. Thank you for being here, and thank you for doing the job you do. It's very hard being a mother, especially these days where, you know, there's a lot of questionable boundaries and there's a lot of things going on that make us concerned about our children that we weren't concerned about when we were younger and what our parents weren't concerned about. So you all do a phenomenal job just loving your kids and raising them up to be the future generation. And I, for one, having gone through it 4 times, appreciate it. And I want to give a special Happy Mother's Day to those mothers out there who are raising or taking care of special needs kids. Again, being a mother who is dealing with that and knowing that sometimes those special needs kids never leave your home. It's a hard enough job raising your kids when they can understand and do what they need to do. It is a much harder job when communication alone can be an issue, and you didn't ask for it, but you've shouldered that burden, a lot of you, and I know some of you, the disabilities can sometimes be so severe that you cannot take care of your own kids, and I feel for you, and you're still a mom, and hopefully you and your children still are you know, communicating, getting along, you're getting to see them and you're getting to spend time with them, and really you're doing the best you can do. And if you're shouldering that kind of burden, I feel for you again. And Mother's Day can be very tough, and you know, for those of us who for whatever reason can't communicate with our mothers, whether there's other issues. I have issues with my mother, so I don't talk to her, or they have gone on before. My heart hurts for you and your loss, and try regardless of where you are on the spectrum of being a daughter or a mother or whatever, regardless of where you're on at that, try to make this, I hope you made this Sunday a day that is for you, and for you to celebrate yourself and being a mom and just doing what you need to do to feel appreciated and loved, even if it's just a lot of self-love, because honestly, the first and most important love we should have is for ourselves. So again, a belated Happy Mother's Day, and I hope your day was a good one, and you found a way to celebrate it and enjoy yourself and appreciate yourself. Second, you all know that you do not have to send me anything, but I have received a gift package from Jennifer, and I know I have another gift package soon to be on its way. So I'm going to be doing a mail call video to open these up and show what I've received. If you would like to send a card or a letter that you would like to have as a part of the mail call, now would probably be a good time to send it. I can't guarantee, depending on how much I get, if anything, because like I said, you don't have to send me anything. I'm just saying now is a good time if you want it on the channel. And depending on how much we get, we'll see how many of the letters and cards that we can get through in addition to the boxes and packages that I've received. So just letting you know that a mail call video will hopefully soon be filmed, and if you want to be a part of that, you are more than welcome. All you have to do to get my address is to click the show more link in the description box, and my address is down there for you if you wish to do that. But I'm going to send the disclaimer one more time. You don't have to. I'm just saying, if you want to, but you don't have to. I appreciate every single one of you just for watching, and love getting the comments and all that stuff, and that's just enough for me. So anyway, moving along, before we get to May's Boxycharm, we need to do our unfinished business with April's Boxycharm. I really ended up loving most of this box. There's only two things that I had problems with, and they were, well, let's just get into it. The first thing is the Tartiest Pro Glow highlighter. Now, first of all, if you've been following my channel for very long, you know that I'm not reviewing and I'm not using new Tarte. I have old Tarte that I'm trying to get through, but I'm not using any new Tarte. But to be fair, even if this wasn't Tarte, I wouldn't have used it, because it's a liquid highlighter, and I use powders. I do not use liquids. So this is going into my 500 subscriber giveaway. Don't know if I'll ever get there, but if I do, I will be ready. I've got this, and I've got a couple of ColourPop things, and I've got some lashes, and I've got a few things. I've got quite a few things in there. And so this is going to join that box. And yeah, so that's what's going on with that. And it would have joined it regardless, because like I said, I don't use liquids. It being Tarte just kind of doubled the nope factor. So next on my list is the Brow Gal Instant Brow Gel. I like the brush more when I first started using it. I have since decided that the brush is just a touch, I don't know, small. If you can see the bristles, it's just really kind of tiny, and they're not very stiff. It's an okay brush. It's not a bad brush. The gel itself is really nice. It's a little stiffer than, say, my NYX Control Freak or the Tarte that this replaced. But it's not a plastering brow gel. I have it on now, and I do not feel like my brows are stiff or crunchy or anything of that nature. There is almost no color. This is in a dark, I believe it's dark brown. Brown Hair 02. So if you can see on here, it's supposed to be kind of a darkish brown. It's actually, when you look at the color on here, it's got a reddish cast to it. It is a very light colored, so it actually doesn't, even when I don't use a pencil, even if this is the only thing I use, it actually doesn't do much that I need it to do in terms of color. I have spots in my brows where I have a few less hairs naturally, and I haven't plucked or anything. I don't pluck my brows. I have big bushy brows, and I'm happy with my big bushy brows, and the only thing I do is I shave in the middle here because I have a unibrow if I don't. So I have spaces in my brows where my hair doesn't cover everything, and this doesn't do much to fill those spots, so I still have to use a brow pencil with it. But beyond that, I really do like it. It does do a really good job of helping to clean up the brows a little bit after foundation, since I put my foundation on before I do my brows. I'm sorry, I'm going to be pulling my hair out of the way. I've started using some new products, and my hair is just loving them. But anyway, so it does help clean up after putting on foundation. If the foundation gets on my brows, my foundation is obviously much lighter than my hair, so it gets on there and it turns my brows a real funky color. And so this helps clean up from that, and it does, the gel does hold the way I like, in a nice natural way, and kind of helps with some of the control. So overall, I do like it. I don't think I would purchase it on my own. I don't think I will repurchase it, but I do appreciate having it and will continue to use it. Next, we had this Decay high definition liquid lipstick. I only used this once, and that's because this color is actually so nude for me. It's not going to look like it on my hand. The swatch isn't going to look it, but on my lips, this color just, it makes my lips blend in with the rest of my face. So regardless of anything else in the formula, the color alone is not a color that works for me. This will go to one of my daughters. Since it's been opened and swatched, I can't give it to Project Beauty Share. It does play nice with other colors. It does have a, obviously it's pigmented, it is creamy. I really don't like this doe foot. This doe foot is, really long and really, really soft, and the shape of it, so this is going to go to one of my daughters, and hopefully one of them will like it. I don't see my youngest using it, but my oldest might. And if neither one of them like it, I don't know. I would feel bad throwing it in the trash, but more than likely that's where it will end up, because honestly, even though it plays nice with other colors, so it can be used to adjust, I don't see myself reaching for it. Next, we have the Semi-Precious palette. I love this palette. Now, I mentioned that I wanted the My Little Pony palette, but I am really pleased that I got this one. The colors are insanely pigmented. I'm wearing some of it today. I love the shimmer. I love the formula. It's a beautiful, beautiful palette. It really, really is. And it works very well for me in terms of the colors and everything. I have found there to be no kickback and very little fallout, if any. And it is very blendable. It plays well with other colors, just like the lipstick did. But unlike the lipstick, this is one I will keep. So there's the other colors. It is beautiful. And I have used all of these colors, and they show up beautifully on my lids. So I'm very happy with this. I'm glad I got this. And you know, the My Little Pony would have been nice because I'm really into bright colors, but this gives me some of my more neutrally colors with the shine and a couple of beautiful pops that I can use. It has this gorgeous rose gold. It is just, it's beautiful. So overall, I am very, very happy, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it and keep using it. I'm loving it a lot. And finally, my favorite thing in the box, and it almost makes me sad because this is so expensive, and that is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Vacuum Cleaner Pore Purifying Mask. I love this. I love this. It's a thick consistency. I don't want to put much on my finger, but you can see it in the middle of that color. That's what it is. It has these little blue dots in it. I did need to use more than what I expected. You can't see the blue dots in there. The blue dots will spread out, and this changes color as it dries. The mask is very cooling and soothing as it dries. Dries very quickly. It washes off easily. Even after I rinse, I can still feel it cooling down. I can still feel a little bit of that tingle going on. My radiance pads actually stung a little when I used them, but I suspect that's because of the way this cleans out the pores. One of the things about this, it says pores no more. It doesn't reduce the size of your pores, but it does clean them out. And I did notice a distinct difference in the pores in my nose after using this. I wash my face every night, and I rinse. I use a washcloth to wash it in the morning. I don't use any soap in the morning. But I get my face clean. So, but I still notice issues with the pores. I can see them. You can sometimes see that there's still something in there. This takes care of all that. It cleans it all out, and that is really, really nice. Like I said, though, my radiance pads do come up somewhat discolored. Now, I don't think that's because this is not doing its job. Actually, I think it might be because it's doing its job really, really well. As I noted, it does clean out the pores, and even though you're rinsing everything off, I suspect some of that, plus the discoloration, the way the mask is kind of discolored and the blue spots on the mask. I suspect some of that, even though you're rinsing it off, and I use a washcloth even to rinse off all my masks, I suspect some of that gets left behind and the radiance pads finish cleaning that up. So that's not a reason for me to, the discoloration isn't that bad. It's just very, very slight. So that's not a reason for me to not like this. I love the way this makes my skin feel. I have noticed that everything from my serums to my moisturizers to everything just seems to work better after I use this. And in the morning, my skin feels amazing. Even my foundation goes on better on a day after I've used this. Boxy said this was $47. I found it on the Sephora site. It's actually $42, but even so, it is really expensive, and I really wish it wasn't, because I love this stuff and I want more. I want more. I really want more. But I'm very happy, and I've been using it once a week, at least once a week since we got it last month. So I'm probably going to start trying to use less of it at a time to try to make it spread out some, because I really, really love it that much. So that was last month's Boxy. I'm very, very happy with it. Like I said, the Summer Precious was the only thing that I thought I'd be disappointed in, and I wasn't. I wasn't at all. Alrighty, so let's get into this month's box. Now that I've yammered your ear off forever, I seem to do that a lot. Oh, they have everything kind of like right open where you can see it. Let's pull out our card. They went back to a standard card. This month's theme is Boxy Bash, because it's their birthday this month, I believe. You can scan the QR code to unlock our exclusive giveaway and promos. That's exciting. I'm looking forward to doing that. And of course, on the back of the card, it tells you all kinds of things. We have 20% off of Cover FX. We have 15% off of Pure, and then we've got the items in the box. So let's take a look. Like I said, I'm very excited about this box. And one of the things that I'm most excited for is right on top, and that's the Cover FX Blurring Primer. Primers are expensive, especially good primers. I have, I don't even see it. I don't see it, but I have a little itty bitty Smashbox one that I really like, that is kind of a dupe for my NYX, or maybe my NYX is, well, it's a dupe for my NYX because my NYX came out first, but for my NYX Hydro Touch, and that little itty bitty thing was $15. $15, little itty bitty thing. Anyway, so getting a really high-end primer, and my lights are washing that all out. Getting a really high-end primer is nice. So this is from Cover FX. Blurring Primer. Light white, soft focus primer that blurs the appearance of pores, fine lines, and other imperfections, creating a smooth canvas for a flawless foundation application. This is normally $38. So this made the box by itself, and this is one thing I was really excited to get. And I'm really thrilled. I'm looking forward to using that and seeing how good it is. I haven't had much luck with a lot of the other Cover FX things that I've tried, but hopefully. I have a highlighter of theirs I liked. So far it's their foundations I've had issues with. Next, I got a Han Skincare Cosmetics All Natural Lip Gloss with antioxidants plus vitamins. Healthy and natural, and this is in Rose Nude. Now, unlike this one from last month, this is a little pinker, so this one may actually look really good on me. Let's open this up. Okay, that was the only seal we had. Let's take a look at the doe foot. Okay, now, see, that is a doe foot I like. It's not really long. It's not really wobbly. It's a beautiful color. Very glossy, nice and pink. I've never tried anything by Han. I'm not going to take this off, but I think I will try this over what I'm wearing. How do we do that? Make sure, yeah. Because it's a gloss, I'm not expecting much color from it, but it did kind of lighten up what I have going on. Just a little bit. And now my dark edges are really showing. It has a very vanilla-y scent, so if you don't like scents in your products, you're probably not going to like that one. Other than that, I like the color. That's a beautiful color. I can live with that. Next we have an Aesthetica P12 brush. It's a big brush. I love myself some big brushes. You all know that, right? Come on. It's saying, no, you cannot open me. There we go. I got it. Look at that. Look at that. I bet you that would make a beautiful bronzing brush right in here. It's about the same shape. It's just rounder, and it's got a nice point. It's very soft. It's not as heavy as, say, well, no, it's about the same in heaviness. My NYX Pro is just a little bit heavier, just a little bit. It feels very sturdy, nothing's loose, no bad scent. Bristles are beautiful and soft. Looking forward to you. I love big brushes. We all know that, right? Should I stop saying that I love big brushes? You all should know that, right? That's cool. Okay, next we have, and I saw this and I was like, oh, that looks cool. This is the Ink Blacklist Gel Eyeliner from Pretty Vulgar. I'm hoping it's not as stiff as the ColourPop eyeliner I've tried, because I didn't like that. Let's see, let's get a brush and let's see what we've got in here. It's a little on the stiff side. Feels just a little bit softer. That looks a little bit softer. Look at that. Yeah, that looks creamier. Look at that line. Okay, I think I'm going to enjoy working with that. Nice black line. I'm looking forward to trying that. I think so far, just from pulling it up right now and trying that out, the only thing I don't like is the way the pot is set up. This is a very cute container. It's, honestly, this is much better in terms of not looking as cheap, not being cheap the way their blush is. And I don't know where I put their blush. Here's their blush. The blush has this cheap packaging. They fit in terms of the stylistic design, but this is a nice heavy glass pot. That being said, having to go way down there in there and not being able to see it when I'm actually using it. You can see I gouged a big hole in it when I was working with it. Is kind of an issue for me, but hopefully it doesn't dry out. It looks like there's a lot of product in there, even with as deep down as that is. So maybe starts right around there somewhere, probably. But anyway, I'm excited. That went on nice and creamy and smooth. Okay, it doesn't look like it's smudge proof. It's been on there a bit and it hasn't completely dried down. So that might be a problem, but we'll see how it goes. Looking forward to that. Next we have also from Aesthetica, another brush set. Ooh, another eyeliner. I can get rid of one of the eyeliners I have. Aesthetica, why do you have to put it so your little tab is hard to find? There we go. So in the brush set, 3 brushes. You know, I never heard of Aesthetica until I got one from Lola Box. And now all of a sudden they're in all the boxes. But we've got an eyeliner brush. And that looks like it has a nice... You know what? Is that what my other one is? Give me a minute. Guess what? They are exactly the same brush. You know what? I'm not mad. I already know. I already know I'm gonna love this one because this has become my my go-to for lining my eyes. So that makes me happy. Having a duplicate, I can live with that. When this one dies out, or when I'm just trying to reach for one, I now have them there. I can get rid of some of the other ones that I've had issues with. Anyway, also have another spoolie. I'm not sure I need another spoolie, but I can live with another spoolie. That'll go in there. And then we have this one. And I'm honestly, I never use these. These little thin-haired brushes. I could give it a try, though. You know what? I think I'm going to give it a try. I always look at them and go, that's too thin. I don't know how to use that. I will give that a try. I will. We're going to keep that and give it a try. Alrighty, we got one more thing under the sponge, but before that, I wanted to mention something that somebody told me, and they're perfectly correct about. You can take this filler here and cut it into pieces and use it to clean your brushes. I have something similar. The one that I got, I actually purchased like this in a box. This is not the same sponge. I actually took this out of a Violet Voss box and cut it up. They make perfect cleaning. They're perfect for cleaning your sponges, your brushes between washes. So let's get our last item out of here. And I have to say, I'm not sure how I feel about this one, but here we go. They packed it up. Let's open you up. Come on, come on, come on. And this is the Pure Sculptor highlighter. And okay, guys, really? We know I can't open things, so let's add extra tape and stuff to make it even harder for me to open things. I know they're not looking at me specifically, but it makes it safer. You know, if all the seals are in place, that hopefully it hasn't been tampered with. But come on, really? Nami can't open things. And the seal is tearing the pretty packaging just a little bit. Just a little bit. I do like the fact that they have these textured cases. They're cardboard, but they make them so they're really pretty. Anyway, oh, okay, I can live with that. We have 2 bronzers or contours and 2 highlights. And honestly, that dark shade right there might actually work for me. In fact, both of these. They're both a lot darker than what I'm used to using. This has become my favorite bronzer. It's a ColourPop Rodeo Drive. I'm getting darker. As you can see, both of those are darker. Both of those are darker. So that's going to be interesting. The other nice thing about that is if you have darker skin, African American, this one might actually work for you. So it's kind of nice that they included something that's, you know, a bit more inclusive. But let's take a look. Also has a slight vanilla scent. All right, let's try these bronzer slash contour shades first. That is very soft. That's nice. Please note there's no powder kicking up. There's those. They're very nice. One's more of a warm. It's only slightly lighter. It's not really that much lighter, and it's more warm than the other. The other is more cool toned. It looks like to be a little powder on the lighter one, but we'll see how it works on the face to see if there's any problems with that. And let's take a look at these highlights. These highlights, they don't have names in here, but let's take a look. Let's take a look. Again, very soft. Again, no kickback, which is nice. Oh, that's pretty. One is more champagne-y, the other one is more on the, those are gorgeous. Those are beautiful. I'm going to enjoy playing with those, especially this one here. That more goldy color is more, it's closer to, for like a natural glow. I could use this on a night out, maybe. I don't go out much though, but that's beautiful. Those are gorgeous. I have to say, I saw some of the spoilers for this, and I was really excited about the cover FX. Wasn't too sure how I felt about everything else, but at this point, I think overall, I'm pretty pleased. I'm pretty happy. Anyway, we're done for the day. Dommy's done for the day. I'm sure you're done with Dommy for the day. We're done for the day. I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have liked what you've seen, I do hope that you will subscribe and click the notification bell so that you know when I'm uploading. I am still working on my ColourPop review, but with my boxes coming in, it's going to be delayed before I finish filming that, and I'm not going to post that until they are all filmed. So I hope you all have a great day, and you come by again, and when you do, don't forget to bring your cup of tea. That is so good. I really did not expect the mint to work with that well.